Good evening, Grand Rapids, and welcome to Newsflash. I'm your ganker, Tyler, and I'll let you decide what that means.
I'm your other anchor, John, and because you weren't illegally deported to El Salvador this week, we've got the world, national, local news you may have missed. You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is
Newsflash.
Our top story tonight. Gerald R. Ford International Airport unveiled its new mascot this week, Jerry the Jet. Jerry appeared at the time to educate the public about flight and careers in aviation. Folks were initially joyful about Jerry, but soon became outraged when his first act as city mascot was departed Richard Nixon.
All Access PD Grand Rapids began airing this month. Now, while popular with local residents, the show has not garnered as much national attention as expected from Warner Brothers. In order to increase popularity, officers will be holding tribal council to vote off one member of the force. Tune in next week to see who wins qualified immunity in the plant cocaine at a crime scene challenge.
And in Newsflash, Grand Rapids' very own John Park Zoo's penguin has won world's most popular penguin. Congratulations!
Woo!
Unfortunately, he was not able to remain number one for long as he lost world's sexiest penguin to Colin Farrell.
Another big win for Grand Rapids is they have been named Best Beer City in the country once again. Having the most popular penguin and the best beers right here in Grand Rapids tells me one thing. We should all be drinking at the zoo.
And in sports news, we have an update on Grand Rapids' new soccer team. The yet-to-be-named team's new stadium broke ground this past week. Sponsored by Amway, the stadium is set to open in 2027. How can you help speed up construction? If all of you recruit 3 people, each of those
In other local sports updates, the women's volleyball team, the Grand Rapids Rise, has 11 wins and 14 losses. In men's baseball, the West Michigan Whitecaps has 13 wins and 6 losses. And in men's hockey, the Grand Rapids Griffins' record is 37-29-4-2, giving them 80 points, proving once and for all that I don't know how hockey works.
We now go live to Maximum Sumter field correspondent with local interest.
Thank you, John. I'm here live at the Comedy Project because a new pickleball bar has opened in Grand Rapids. This pickleball bar is open to have 3 full-size pickleball courts, and to talk about the local excitement, I have my friend here, Tony. Tony, could you please stand up? Woo! All right, Tony. So, how excited are you for this pickleball gym?
Super pickle excited.
You're an avid pickleball player. You're always playing after work, I'm assuming?
Always the dinks and dingles.
Dinks and dingles. This guy, you look like a great dinker to me. All right. So I think we can all tell that Grand Rapids is very excited about this new pickleball bar, craft beers. You into those too?
Craft beers, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Tony. Glad to have you on. John and Tyler, back to you. And it's good to know that some stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Thank you, Maximum. The machine learning company, ChatGPT, has reported losing tens of millions of dollars in electricity costs from users saying please and thank you to their AI models. Now, 1 in 5 of these polite users say they are doing so in the case of an eventual AI uprising. And to the AI who wrote all of our jokes this week. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is no news that media bias is tearing our country apart. We here at Newsflash are committed to bringing you the facts, not opinions. Unfortunately, there's no way to remove bias entirely from reporting, which is why we bring you our next segment, Both Sides of the Aisle, where we tell you the news in both red and blue. Please welcome our special guest anchor, Tucker Tarleson.
Thank you, John and Ty.
President Donald Trump is celebrating his 100th day in office tomorrow. To mark the occasion, he'll be holding a rally here in Michigan. And I think I speak for every Michigander when I say, hopefully, this time he'll pay his bills.
And now for the correct take. Glorious leader Donald Trump will be celebrating his 100th day in office tomorrow. To mark this wonderful occasion, he'll be holding another wonderful rally here in the beautiful state of Michigan. And I know I speak for everyone when I say, hopefully this time they don't charge him a dime!
Scientists at UC Berkeley recently discovered a new color. Using a precisely pointed laser, the scientists can allow observers to see this new color that they have dubbed Olo. Now, I'm no scientist, but I also saw some pretty crazy colors the last time I pointed a laser at my eye.
And now for the correct take. Scientists at UC Berkeley recently discovered a new color using a precisely pointed laser. People like myself are very excited, as we're always looking for another way to differentiate people by color.
A Grand Rapids hero dropped off a Civil War-era cannonball at one of the county's safe chem drop-off sites this past week. After bomb squad analysis, the cannonball was in fact determined to be live. The county has since destroyed the weapon. And in case you missed that, he had an active bomb that was not illegal to own. I'm all for gun control, but this is getting out of control.
And now for the...
Correct take.
Thank you, my fellow elephants. A Grand Rapids coward dropped off a Civil War-era cannonball at one of this county's expensive and unnecessary safe chem drop-off sites this week. After bomb squad analysis, the cannon was determined to be live. Hell yeah. The county has since destroyed the artifact. It's just another instance of the government destroying Southern heritage.
And this has been Both Sides of the Aisle.
In other news, Vice President J.D. Vance killed the Pope.
And now Ian Brown with the weather.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. It's all good. It's all good. It's been so nice. Just a second. Today was a high of 77. Super windy today. Crazy, it's so windy. Tomorrow's going to be, there's a chance of thunderstorms, still wind. It feels like they've got that now on this. It is about the same. And it's going to get colder. To you, John and Tyler.
Thanks, Ian. And now for our final story.
A turkey has died after flying through a windshield on I-96 this week. GRPD says this was an apparent suicide after finding a note on the deceased turkey. In it, the flightless bird laments his loss of world's most popular penguin to Grand Rapids' own Phil the Penguin. Homicide charges have not been ruled out for either Phil or Vice President J.D. Vance. See more on this story next year on Season 2 of All Access PD Grand Rapids.
We'd like to thank tonight's Newsflash contributors, us, the guys of Rapid Fire. If you'd like, please follow Rapid Fire Improv on Instagram and TikTok, or sign up to our mailing list to get updates on our future shows. We'll be at Garage Bar tomorrow and Crawl Space Theater down in Kalamazoo this Friday.
And now, Grand Rapids, you're welcome. Newsflash, this is Comedy Outlet Mondays!